So we got a bunch of news about the new class yesterday and I will give you my first impressions. By the way, some of you have been asking why I haven't joined the playtest event like a few other content creators. Let me explain that first. Actually, I got invited to Blizzard headquarters in Irvine, California to playtest the Tempest, but I wasn't able to make it because I couldn't find an appointment at the embassy. They are almost fully booked for a whole year, but I still want to thank Blizzard for inviting me and setting up my tickets and everything. It was very annoying to miss an event like that, but maybe next year, who knows. Anyways, now let's talk about the class a little bit. First of all, this class is considered a ranged strength class. This is very important because ranged classes have a 15% damage reduction compared to 30% for melee classes. Even though the developers describe the class as ranged, when we look at the skills and animations of Tempest, they are more like mid-range, just like the Blood Knight. However, the Blood Knight is considered a melee class and gets that higher damage reduction. This might mean the new class may not be as broken as the Blood Knight was at first release. But don't forget, this is the first class that comes with a passive skill. And if this class is overpowered at release, I think the reason for that will be its passive skill. We should consider this passive skill when coming up with builds because I think those Zephyrs will have great damage and support potential. Maybe you missed it, so let me remind you of its description. Your attacks will periodically conjure a Zephyr to your aid, attacking enemies and mimicking many of your skills before dissipating into a mist-touched orb. When you collect a mist-touched orb, it reduces the cooldown of Mist-Touched. If an ally collects a Mist-Touched orb, it will empower them, causing their next skill to conjure a Zephyr mimicking the attack used. Many of your other skills can also conjure Zephyrs, but you can only control up to 3 at one time. I'm pretty sure these guys will deal a good amount of damage, but on top of that, your allies will be able to collect these Mist-Touched orbs to buff themselves, so while you are doing your own thing, you will be able to buff your teammates as well. This mechanic alone will make this class pretty unique. By the way, these minions don't have a health bar, they only go away when their timer runs out, so enemy players won't be able to kill your Zephyrs prematurely. Other than Zephyrs, this class comes with pretty cool control abilities as well, so they will be useful in PvP builds for sure. For example, check out this helmet essence for the Cascade skill. Cascade now causes you and your Zephyrs to release a crushing wave, damaging and stunning enemies while also causing them to take additional damage from your next attack. Damage dealt to stunned enemies removes the effect. Or look at this Blade Dance essence called Unmoored Eyes. Blade Dance now throws your edges, impaling them into the first enemy they strike, damaging and stunning them. Your edges remain embedded in the target for a short while, allowing you to activate the skill again to dash behind the target, damaging all enemies along your path. This class definitely has some rogue elements from other Diablo games, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Remember, we have been waiting for a class like this for a while. Anyways, these are my first impressions of Tempest. Let me know what you think about the class in the comments section and share which essences catch your attention. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, because I will be sharing every single build you need for this class after its release. Thanks for tuning in and take care.